1, 2, 3, funky.
Hi, I'm Maddie. Welcome back to my channel, and for today's video I'm going to be sharing my summer morning routine with you all, but of course quarantine edition. I was very hesitant to make this video just because I have several morning routine videos on my channel, and obviously there are the basic things that are done in every single video, but this video was requested several times on some of my live streams, so I decided to make it since you all wanted to see it. And without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. The first thing I do in the morning is, of course, get out of bed, but generally once I wake up, I like to lay in the bed for just a few minutes to fully wake up. Then I immediately go and grab my Apple Watch and put it on to start my day. Then, since my dad has been working from home in quarantine, we always like to make breakfast together. This morning we had bagels and eggs, so I was in charge of bagels this morning, and my dad was in charge of making the scrambled eggs. This is pretty much our go-to breakfast every single morning. I also always have a full glass of orange juice with my meal. After eating my breakfast, I go to my bathroom to start getting ready for the day. The first thing I always do is brush my teeth. I use Crest 3D white toothpaste. I don't think it actually does much, but at least I can trick my brain into thinking that it does. And then I wash my face off with the Curology face wash. I do not recommend leaving the water turned on while you wash your face just because I think it wastes water. However, my bathroom is at the opposite end of the house than the hot water heater, so it takes a really long time for the water to heat up, and my mom has informed me that it's actually really important to wash your face with hot water because it opens up your pores. After doing those two things, it is time for me to change into my outfit for the day. Sadly, I'm bringing the aesthetic montage to an end just because I wanted to talk to you all about my outfit. So this sweater is cropped and from American Eagle. You might be wondering, why are you wearing sweater and jeans in June? And that's because it is 60 degrees and raining outside, so it's absolutely freezing. And then for my jeans, they are these ripped ones from American Eagle, and yeah, that's today's fit. Then it is time to moisturize my face with a little bit of Curology moisturizer. It is no secret that I do have pretty bad acne, so therefore I use strong acne medications that significantly dry out my skin. So I've been putting on moisturizer every single morning to help reduce the dry flakiness of my skin. After that, it's time to move on to my hair. On my hair, I use the She Keratin Mist and She Keratin Gel. That is a tongue twister to say, let me tell you. But I do this to keep my hair looking healthy on the ends. And whenever I brush it, I always start at the ends and work my way up. This makes it easier to work through tangles and prevent split ends. Once I'm done brushing my hair, it is time to complete the signature twisted look. So I always put more hair on the left hand side of my head and then twist it from the part over to the side and pin it in place using bobby pins. Sometimes this will take several tries, maybe even some hair gel, but today we were having a good hair day and I was able to get it on my first try. I use a crisscrossing technique with the bobby pins to keep it secure because it's super annoying on the days when I have to redo it multiple times. Then it is time for makeup. I just use the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind concealer to cover up my acne. I think that this works pretty good for me. Now, sometimes it doesn't cover up all of my acne, so there is a second step, which you will see shortly. But in general, this is a pretty high coverage concealer, and I would recommend it again if you're looking for high coverage, whether that's for dark circles or acne. For the acne marks that this does not cover up, I use the Maybelline Matte and Poreless Foundation. I am aware that generally speaking, foundation is supposed to come before concealer, but I like to use the foundation as a last resort because it is very thick and cakey, which I do not like, but I guess it is better than having a big pimple on your head. Then I spray with the Mario Biscuit spray to act as a setting spray and fan my face. Now it's time for Thank You Next by Ariana Grande. Generally speaking, I do not wear perfume in quarantine, but I did have somewhere to go today. And of course, we cannot forget deodorant. After that, I'm done in the bathroom, so I head into my bedroom to put on the finishing touch, which is a little bit of EOS chapstick, and then I tidy up my bed. Keyword tidy up. I do not fully make up my bed each morning because I think it is pointless, but I do like to straighten it up a little bit so it's not completely messed up. Then it is time for my social media check-ins. So the first thing I do is sign into Snapchat and send those streaks, baby. Then I scroll on Instagram for a little bit to get caught up on pictures, stories, and DMs. Then I head on over to Pinterest and check my notifications, viewer count. You know, if you really want to be a real one, you can follow me on Pinterest, get me to 1 million views, baby. That would be fantastic. And then lately I've been checking Twitter a lot just because a lot of the Black Lives Matter updates I've been getting through Twitter. So I've been enjoying checking my feed more than usual on that app. Once I get set down at my desk and finish my little social media check-ins, I like to consult my bullet journal for what I have to do that day. Generally, there's not much going on since it's summer and quarantine. I've shared this in like several videos and live streams, but I write down everything that I have to do that day. So again, there's not much. The only thing that I want to do right now is do my morning YouTube check-in and some SAT prep. I do have somewhere to be at 11, so I probably won't be able to do my 2 full lessons of SAT prep, which I try and do most every morning since summer started, but I am going to try and do at least 1 lesson this morning. For my YouTube check-ins, I always watch all of the videos in my subscription box and respond to all of the comments that I have on my videos and check the notifications and my notification bell to see if I've gotten any like replies on comments and stuff like that. Just that way I feel like I'm on top of my YouTube game. After that, I did dive into my SAT prep program. So I used Princeton Review. I've talked about it in a previous video, but I just went through and did 2 lessons today. It helps me feel like I'm staying sharp and in school/testing mode, but not being overbearing. Then I put on my white AF1s to complete the look. I haven't had those guys on in quite a while. Then it was time to make my lunch. So a little bit before I made my lunch, I took an Uncrustable out of the freezer so it could be thawing because I knew I wanted that. And then it was time to start putting everything in my lunchbox. I started off with the ice pack so it could start cooling down the lunchbox and added in the Uncrustable. Then, since I swear I have the palate of a 5-year-old, I filled up a container with some goldfish because they are the snack that smiles back and oh so tasty. After that, it was time to make a protein yogurt bowl. So today I used a vanilla coconut milk yogurt because it was the one that was going to expire first, and in quarantine we are wasting no food, folks, absolutely none. Then I added 1 scoop of the Hammer Nutrition vegan protein powder in the chocolate flavor, and it is 20 grams of protein, which as a vegetarian is fan-freaking-tastic if you ask me. Then I stirred it in for about 5 minutes because it takes forever to stir it in. If you're interested in this, they have it in a vanilla flavor and strawberry flavor as well as the chocolate. However, I would recommend the chocolate. It is very good and honestly tastes like pudding once you get done with it. Then I needed to pack a spoon and napkin for myself so you know I can have proper utensils and all of that jazz. Then I filled up one of my mini hydro flasks with water. Do not come at me. I've had these since 3rd grade, before the Visco girl trend started, before Visco even existed probably. So don't come at me in the comments about that, please. As you can see, we're in my car. I wanted to preface this with normally in quarantine, I'm not making my lunch and driving places in the morning because it is quarantine. However, a team that I competed with for Beta Club qualified for nationals, and they're holding the national convention online. We have to meet in person to produce the product to turn in online in order to compete. So I am going there. It's currently about 10:30 and our meeting is scheduled to last from 11 to 12. And then my mom's office is in downtown, which is also where my school is located. So I'm going to be eating lunch with her at her office, just because all throughout quarantine if it's a week where my mom is working in her office, I've been eating lunch with just my dad, so I think she feels a little bit left out. So I've packed my lunch to go eat with her. This is kind of a bizarre morning for me to be filming this, but you know how it is, the YouTube grind, it does not stop for bizarre schedules. So here we are, and I'm at the main road now, so peace. I'm currently at my school back here. I have a few minutes before I need to go in. This is my mask. I don't really like wearing these, but we're inside, so this will be the look. I just finished completing the beta task with my teammates that showed up. I think we did a pretty good job. I'm not really going to disclose anything in case like anybody watching this is also competing in the same event that I am. I don't want to like spoil the information because there's like a month-and-a-half window where you can complete this, I think. As you can see, it's pouring rain now. It's Gucci, but I've got my lunch and I'm gonna go see my mom now. That's going to be all for today's video. If you liked it, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Comment down below if you'd like to see a summer night routine to sort of go along with this one, and be sure that you're subscribed and have the bell turned on so you'll be notified every single time I upload a new video. All of those things really help my channel grow, and my goal is to reach 1,000 subscribers by the end of the summer, so I would appreciate any of those actions so much, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!
I said it before and I'll say it again. Life moves pretty fast.
It's not about personality matrixels and charts. It's all about the bumps in your heart.